Hi, everybody. We'll be starting in just a second.
Finally.
Miss Lori.
Hello. Am I on?
Not yet. I can't see your screen.
Well, this is it says my camera is on.
It shows your picture, but not you yet.
Okay, hold on. Let me see if it's conflicting with that. What the heck?
Oh, there you are.
Oh.
Hi.
Hey.
How are you? I'm good. How are you?
Good. Did you have a nice trip?
I did. Yeah, we had a really good trip. It was fun. It was really fun to be like away and just with my family, and it was super duper fun.
Good.
Yeah. Now I'm back refreshed and ready to chat all things ChatGPT.
Yay, we're live, right?
Oh, we're live. We've got everyone hanging with us.
Perfect. All right, I'm ready. If you're ready, I'm ready. Let's talk some AI ChatGPT.
Awesome. Okay, let me share screen real quickly. All right, can everyone see my screen?
Yes.
Awesome. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and play. Sweet. Yay. Good morning, everybody. We are officially going to be starting. This is going to be a really fun class. This kind of came about because I have been dabbling in ChatGPT and hearing kind of the buzzword and people talking about AI. And I'm like, what the heck is this? How does this benefit us? Can this work for realtors? Is this only for tech people? Are realtors tech people? And I just kind of felt a little bit overwhelmed, but I also was really intrigued. And Ryan actually is the one who came to me and started to talk about it and was like, I think this is really cool, but he likes nerdy things. And I was like, I don't know if this is my gig. And then I started to see how it could work for real estate. And I got really excited. And my good friend, Lori, over in Vegas was posting about it, and she'll kind of chat with you a little bit about her YouTube experience, but she's blowing up, you guys, right now on YouTube as like an expert in ChatGPT. And I thought, I have the social media side. I'm in the field. I'm, a realtor, like actually, in the field selling houses. She doesn't do that anymore. She has a team that does it. And yet she has so much knowledge in the ChatGPT space. I was like, what if we came together? And she has an awesome opportunity. She'll share it at the end with you guys. So we thought, let's do it. Let's go. All right. So first things first, just to share a little bit with you about who your hosts are today. Actually, I'll let you go first, Lori, because I was just talking. Tell them who you are.
Well, I'm Lori Ballin, and I got into real estate in 2007, right when the market was completely tanking, rode that distressed property market through 2010 and became the top short sale agents in Nevada. And not long after that, I moved myself out of the team and got really focused just in full-time marketing. So I have listing agents and buyer's agents that just work the team. And I spend all day creating content that allowed me to move into the digital marketing space and become a six-figure affiliate marketer, which is cool. Coach, trainer, and I am the creator of 𝐷AllenAcademy.com, which is where I do my courses.
Awesome. And how many kitties do you have?
I have 3 kitties. I had one cat that was a stray cat that showed up on my front doorstep. And one day in October, I went to make a donation of stuff he wasn't using anymore. And I came home with 2 kittens.
I mean, that's how it works sometimes.
Yes.
Yeah. It's so fun following so you have your daughters and then you have your fur babies. So it's like you're a mama again with newborns almost.
Yep, exactly. Not like your mama with newborns.
No, a little bit different. Okay. So just to share a little bit with you guys about myself, for those of you who don't know me, my name is Rachel Adams Lee. I've been in real estate for 12 years. I started my business doing door knocking and open houses. And within 3 years, I had hit top 1,000 agents in the country. I very much have shifted my model of business to social media. It's definitely my favorite platform. We had 131 referrals come through last year. I primarily use Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. I don't really dabble too much on the other platforms. I feel like there's a lot of pressure to be everything to everyone. And I like to focus on the things that I know about and not try to just learn the new thing because it's the new thing, because there's always going to be a new thing. I love traveling. I'm passionate about my family. I'm married to the most attractive man in America, Ryan Lee. And I've got 3 babies. I'm a boy mama. I have a 3.5-year-old named Henry. I have a 1 and 2 month old named Harrison, who's a little spitfire. He's definitely like my mirror image. And then we have baby Hayden, who is 2.5 months old right now. So we are in it. I did though last night. Guess how much sleep I got last night, Lori?
Not very much.
No, I got 7.5 hours.
Oh,
he is like the best sleeper of all the babies. Like he's a good sleeper.
And that's after the time change, even. Amazing.
I know. He's a good one. All right. So those of you that are watching us live right now, everyone is asking, you will absolutely get a copy of this, a recording of this once we are done. But where are you tuning in from? In the chat, let us know where you're tuning in from, because our goal is always to help you grow by referral. And you never know who is going to have a referral in your area. So make sure you say your name, who you are, and where you're tuning in from in the chat.
And Rachel, I can't see the chat for some reason. So you may have to direct if there's questions.
Oh, it says chat's disabled. Let's see. I'll have Ryan add that in for us. Okay, Lori, I'm going to go ahead and flip to the screen and let chat not be disabled for this. And if it is disabled or weird, just go ahead and put it in the Q&A, because I can see all your Q&As right now, because I asked you guys what questions you have. So if you have questions, put them in the Q&A or just your chat in the Q&A, and we'll just use that instead if it's disabled.
There we go.
So Lori, why don't you give a little bit of background, if you can, first about what ChatGPT is in like layman's terms for someone who's brand new, who's like, okay, I hear AI, I hear ChatGPT. What exactly is it?
You know, I won't get into the technical names of everything. Bottom line is it's a chat bot. It's an AI, artificial intelligence chat bot that basically these creators went out and pulled in the largest data set of text, fed it to the machine, and the machine learned how to speak human. That's a quick layman's version of what it is. So it's a chat bot that allows us to communicate and request everything from lists to blog posts to videos to podcast scripts. Just it's endless. But you can also go in there and ask a question. So it's now part of Bing. If you actually go to bing.com, ChatGPT is now rolled out. So it's now part of search as well. And it's also powering a lot of these other AI tools. So it's just a complete chat engine.
It's really interesting because I think, from a real estate perspective, I was like, what exactly is this? To me, it's like, it's a search engine that can help give you data and facts that from everywhere. Like it basically pulls everything on the internet into an answer. My question is though, and I don't know and just so you guys know, Lori and I have not practiced this. We wanted to make this like very real and very conversational, as if I'm like the realtor, like, I know what I know. And Lori knows a heck of a lot more than I do about it. So Lori, say you're pulling things to make like a blog post, how factual is it? And do you need to quote your sources? Do you quote ChatGPT as a source? Like, how are people handling that?
So it actually is part of their terms of service that if you're creating content or using content from ChatGPT, you are supposed to disclose it. So on my website, you can go look at it on LoriBallin.com. I actually have a disclaimer right across the top of my website that says I've got my affiliate disclosure, which is another topic. And then I have that this website contains content from ChatGPT. I'm not really sure how far that will be a requirement, how long it'll be a requirement. Yeah. I think it's just going to become a part of our everyday everything anyway. Totally. However, because I'm teaching it, I wanted to do it right. So I did put the disclaimer on the website that I've begun using ChatGPT on. As far as factual, it speaks the human language, multiple languages, and it understands concepts. That said, it will pull in data from everywhere, which means it will pull in incorrect data. And sometimes if it doesn't know the answers, it will put in things that it goes by probability. So for example, just this morning I was playing around and I said, who is Lori Ballin? So everybody should go look yourselves up. who is Lori Valin? And it said fantastic things. I'm a real estate agent. I'm an inspiring speaker and trainer and coach. But then it also said, I'm a best-selling author of a book that I didn't write.
Okay.
And so those kinds of, I have written a book, but it wasn't that book. Yeah. And it's going by probability. So we do have to spend some time fact checking our work. It also told me somebody different won the Super Bowl last year than actually did. And that was live on camera. So that was embarrassing. But
what's interesting, what I think is really important to know is ChatGPT is going to be it is going to be everywhere. So I am such a believer. Like some people are like, I don't want to do social media. I don't want to do social media, but I want to stay relevant in real estate. You can't stay relevant in real estate and not do social media anymore. It is part of who we are. It is how we build. It's how we connect and grow. Everyone is on social media. They're pulling their advertising dollars out of magazines, right? And off TV and putting them onto social media because that's where the audience is. And I feel similar about ChatGPT. I don't think this is like, what was that chat, that like house chat or something? It was like that hot app for like 5 seconds. What was it, you guys? It's like Clubhouse. Everybody was like, Clubhouse is the next big thing. You gotta do it. This is so huge. And you know, I really felt like it's gone. It was hot for a second. It was gone. I don't think the same with ChatGPT. I think it's here to stay, and I think it's going to develop and grow. So what Lori and I decided when we wanted to do this little mini class for you is we wanted to be able to give you a step-by-step process to learn what it is, but then also give you the 5 top ways that you can dominate your local market within using ChatGPT, how this will help you build your business. And one of the first ones we talked about was a listing description. I know that for me, like I like writing and I feel comfortable writing descriptions, but sometimes with property descriptions, I get stuck. I'm like, how many times can you say, a chef's kitchen or an elegant, master bedroom? And so what we thought we would do is we would do real time. If Lori, can I share your screen and then have you do it for them?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so we're going to go real time. And let me give you access to share. Oops, sorry. Don't look at that, you guys. Let's see how to do this. Do you have access to share right now, Lori?
It won't let me.
Okay.
I'm clicking it, but it's saying the host has to do it.
All right, okay, should work now.
Are we there?
We're there. All right.
Okay,
so what she's doing right now, you guys, is she's going to the ChatGPT website, which you will have to register for an account. Right now it is free. However, my guess is at some point they're going to charge for it. Don't you think?
They're already charging for it, but there is. So first of all, go to chat.openai.com to access the free version of ChatGPT. You may not be able to get in still, because there's been a wait list. But once you sign up on their wait list, if you can't get in today, they will email you when you can get in, and they're charging $20 for a version that allows you to get in whenever you want. It's not get kicked out. Well, it's not perfect, but mostly not get kicked out. And it's faster. So it's $20 a month, I believe, for those 3 things. Then they said, we're also going to be early adopters for some other things. Now, remember, you can also go over to Bing.com and access. So ChatGPT is created by a company called OpenAI. It has what's called an open API, which means it's also now working within a lot of other tools. So you may see it when you log into Evernote or Notion or any of your task management software. There's more ways to access it now than just here. So don't panic if you can't get in. And just today, they actually rolled out 4.0, and we're going to stick with the original because I have not seen what 4.0 does yet. But you can see here when you log in, it's saying, here's the model that we had yesterday, and here's the model that we have today. What I'm finding is, depending on the tool, the output can be completely different. That's the one strange thing about it. But the premise doesn't change. So if you learn the concepts that Rachel and I are showing you, you'll be able to use this within the tools, but you may just have to play around a little bit with how that tool works specifically. Okay.
And then just to share, you guys, it was chat.openai.com. That's where you're going to go. Chat.openai.com. All right. So what she's going to do right now in real time is she's going to give you an example of how you can put in to ChatGPT to help you write a property description. And it's going to just give you an awesome start that you'll want to fine tune. You'll want to edit it, but wow, it's impressive.
So all the AI tools work off what's called prompts, or some AI tools call them commands, but prompts is where it's going to be going. And those of us that create our own prompts are called prompt engineers. That's going to be a very high paying job at some point. So these prompts are the instruction, the questions, the direction that we give the tool. So your output is only as good as your input. We want to get really good with communicating. So think of it as conversational. If you were to go to your assistant or your admin or your whoever it is that you're working with and say, hey, can you write me a listing description for 123 Main Street? You're going to communicate with ChatGPT similarly. You don't want to give it too much info to start with. And you also want to make sure that you're specific so that it gives you good output. Now, pretending I have my listing address handy, we're going to assume that ChatGPT does not know my actual list about my listing. It may have some basic info from that it pulled from Zillow or something back in the day when it was listed once, but we're going to kind of feed it some of that info. So instead what we're going to do is we're just going to ask ChatGPT, can you help me create a listing description? So whatever you want to start with, you want to start with when you're first learning ChatGPT, start with those questions if you can. So I'm going to say, can you help me create a real estate listing description for my listing? See, it's very casual, just any phrase, any way you word that, doesn't have to be exact. So now ChatGPT is going to communicate back with it to us. And it says, of course, please provide me with some details about your property, such as its location, size, features, and any relevant information. Also, let me know if there are any specific selling points you want to highlight in the listing description. So basic is we're going to type that in response. If you want to get fancy, you can actually feed ChatGPT long form text. So for example, I did this earlier today. If I were to go over to my own website, let's just say you have a listing you just listed, but it's been listed before. It's not new construction. It's been listed before. You can just go to Google, type in that listing address. Oh, it's going to force me to register. Oh, there we go. Type in that. All right, let me do it from Zillow because my own website's going to make me register. So let's do this. So we're going to go to Zillow and let's just type in, let's see. Give me an, I need an address. Just do my listing. I just did. Do 915 Candlewood Drive in El Dorado Hills, California. There it is. Perfection. Okay. So as long as this property has been listed before, you can actually go into any property, any website, and you can even take this description. Now we're not going to plagiarize Zillow. That's not what I'm telling you to do. All we're doing is we're just getting some of the facts about this listing. So you could do this from your tax, from your MLS, your tax records, any kind of listing description. This could be done from a PDF. And then what we're going to do is we're going to paste it in. We're going to give it to ChatGPT so that it has the data to build off of. That is an advanced strategy. You won't see very many people show you.
Look at this. I mean, obviously there's too many characters for MLS, but like this.
But I'm going to tell you how to fix that.
Unbelievable.
Okay, so how you fix that is once you've got your listing, basically all the info in there, and it's giving you back what you want, then you can say, make it shorter. Or you can say, make it, there it is.
We can fire our assistants because this just took their job. Like, you guys
it's so
blown away. I mean, I just feel like this is so incredible. And if you don't even you could even go more basic. You can say, write me a property description for a luxury 3-bedroom, 2.5 bathroom home, 1,400 square feet with an Olympic-sized swimming pool and a gazebo. And it's going to just formulate this incredibly impressive. Like, isn't this incredible, you guys? Like, I'm blown away. I still think this is so crazy. And it's like property, you'll never will stress about a property description ever again. And your clients, your sellers are going to be like, you have a way with words. And you're like, thank you so much. You know?
Couple of things you will need to do is go through here and fact check, because it will add things. So for example, I was describing my own house this morning and it said amazing mountain views from the backyard. You can't see the mountains from my backyard. My walls are so high. So I said, remove mountain views and put in blue skies, or just remove mountain views. And also where it says things like the master bedroom, we're no longer using the term master bedroom. So you could just type in here, change master bedroom to primary or owner suite, and it'll revise the entire thing.
Cool.
And then give that back to you. So I won't go too much farther into this for the sake of time, but there's more we can do, but that's the basics.
Okay. So go ahead and stop sharing, and then we're going to jump into our next topic if you can.
Stop share.
All right. So then I'm going to start sharing. All right. So our next topic is Google your business profile. So with Google, you obviously, so if you, first things first, a lot of people don't have a business profile. You guys, if you Google Rachel Adams Lee Realtor, my business profile will pop up on Google. My business profile will pop up on Facebook, right? Not your personal. It's going to go to your business. If you are a business professional, the number one search engine people are looking at reviews right now is Google. You absolutely 100% have to have a presence, a business profile on Google. So homework. If you have not set that up after this is over, go onto Google and set up a business profile. You're welcome to use mine if you want for homework, or if, as an example, Lori, because mine's set up. But Lori has some really incredible tools how ChatGPT can help with your Google business profile. So I'm going to go ahead and stop sharing, let her share, and then go from there.
Also, you guys, in response to some of these questions that are coming in, you guys have all asked, could we shrink something down into a certain number of characters? I don't know. It doesn't seem to be perfection with putting it into the exact number of characters, but it would understand that if you say, make it 100 characters, it would understand that you want to make that shorter. I'll sometimes say, make it the size of a tweet, and it gets it really close. So you can play with it. If it doesn't get exactly that number, it understands what you're trying to do is shrink it down. So I don't have AI writing my posts. That's one thing I don't think I will ever do, is have AI write my posts. And that's something I do want to caution you guys. Like, yes, this is going to be an incredible tool for your business and for blogs, but your posts, your social media, it still needs to be you. People work with people they like, and they like you. So don't think this is going to take over everything. You're not going to be able to like have this be your leverage piece for all of what you do. And it can be really helpful for business. Just also, if you're not sure on characters, I always go to charactercount.com, and it's my counting tool. And if I need to do like 2,200 characters for Instagram, I'm wordy. I always overdo it. So I have to go in always and put my posts from Facebook into Instagram first. This is going to be no different. If you needed 100 characters, just put it in there and then copy it from ChatGPT, put it into your character counting tool, and you'll get it to your 100. So the Google business profile, I'm actually going to bring in another little free tool that we're going to use, a Chrome extension. So I'm going to activate mine. There's a Chrome extension that's called 𝐼PRM. I'm going to turn it on because I like to turn it off when I'm recording video so that you'll see why in a second here. Okay, so let me just refresh it. There it is. So 𝐼PRM, if you go to Google and type that in, or go to the Google Chrome store, there are hundreds of ChatGPT Chrome extensions that are going to blow your mind. This one is the favorite right now that everybody's using. And what it is it is a community library of ChatGPT prompts that work like templates. So you can go in here and find all kinds of templates that are already created for you. Some of them are terrible. They're just community. Some of them are fantastic. I even have my own in here now as a prompt engineer that I've made shareable, a couple of them, and I will work on more for real estate. Now, the guy that created this is about to start charging for it. So it's free today as I'm making this video, but it may not be free in 5 minutes. I have no idea what he's going to do, but it's an absolutely incredible tool. So if you go up here to search, you can type in things that you might want to find templates for, Or you can go down here and look at their marketing templates, their SEO templates. You can play around with these things. This is where I have found some of the tools, some of the strategies. So let me just go here because I don't know where it is. So I'm going to go to Google My Business. Let's go to Google Business. Okay, there it is right here. That's the review responder. Oh, I'm in marketing. I see why. Let me just go to all, and we're going to go to business profile. Okay, I just saw one. There's that one. And then we need this one. Generate custom Google business profile posts. That's not the one I want either. Sorry about that. Google.
So the reason, you guys, that we're doing this live is it's always changing. It's always growing. And we wanted you to see how this works in real time, how quickly it can work. But also sometimes when you're doing it, you have to try one or two things. You have to switch your words up to get it to work, to be what you want it to be.
Mm-hmm. This is changing like every second. It's hard. And what happens with this extension is the little squares move around based on people adding them. So that's why you use that search all the time. So right here, there's a template. And it's called Optimize Your Google Business Profile. And I'm going to click on this. And right here at the bottom, the only thing that changed, it didn't open another box, but right here, it says, say the name of the business, where it's located, what it sells, and anything else important. So I'm going to say the Ballin Group, Las Vegas Real Estate. And I'm just going to go with that. Okay. So my team name, where I do real estate, and I'm going to hit enter. And now it gives you what categories you should have your Google My Business profile under. It gives you the best target keywords to use when setting up your business profile. It gives you a short business description that you're going to use on your Google business profile, a long business description, and all of the services that you should add. So when you go set up your Google profile, it's going to ask you for each one of these items, and ChatGPT just gave you everything that needs to be in those sections.
That is so incredible.
Yeah, I think the next one, did we do Google? I'm not sure if I should piggyback this or not. Is our next one the Google posts number 3?
I don't think so, but you can show it.
All right, well, I'm just going to go into it. And if that turns out to be number 3, that turns out. So piggybacking on this strategy, okay? So now you've set up your Google business profile. Guys, I cannot tell you how many listings we've got from people going to our Google business profile, seeing all of our reviews. What happens is when you get more reviews on your Google business profile, when someone types in Las Vegas real estate agent, for example, we move up higher on the search engines than we would have based on those reviews. So it's very important for what we call local SEO.
And Lori, which one did you look at when you were doing this of the different business profiles?
Oh, what was the template called?
Yeah.
It was, so I did this. Go to the extension and I typed in Google business right here in the search. And then it's this one, optimize your Google business profile. He says in the near future, we're going to have a way to bookmark that, but you would actually have to open it and then bookmark it and put it in your toolbar. There isn't like a little favorites thing just yet. Cool. This is all so brand new, right? I mean, ChatGPT, we've only been using since December. So we're all new to this. Okay.
You guys, we're not going to be able to go back to show what we've already shown, but this is recorded. So you will get a copy. We have a lot to cover in the hour. So we're going to keep moving forward, but you will get the recording of this.
So here we have get 15 Google business profile posts. So after you set up your Google business profile, click on get 15 Google business profile posts. So these are all just prompts, but these people have already created the prompt for us. Okay. Now right here, it says, type in something. There's a little example. So in our case, we'll do the Ballin Group is a real estate team in Las Vegas. The Ballin Group is a real estate team in Las Vegas. That's all I'm going to put. I'm going to hit enter. Okay. Now post number 1, looking for a reliable real estate agent team in Las Vegas. Look no further than the Ballin Group. Our team of experts knows the local market inside and out. and we're here to help you find your dream home. It's literally going to give us 15 of these. If you want more than 15, you can get more than 15. You can copy that, go over to your Google business profile, paste that in, and now you have a post for every day on your Google business profile. And while what Rachel said is 100% true, that when you want to be presenting yourself as your authentic self, most of us aren't doing anything on Google My Business profile posts. So just take these and go, get something up there so that, and I've looked through all these and I'm like, these are excellent. They're just, they're basic, but they're getting that job done. And you can upload a picture with it if you want to. So I won't show you how to do all that.
And you're literally doing one post a day from this?
I'm not doing them every day, but you could. It could be one. You could take the 15 and do once a week. You could do it. I think it's all time. Honestly, it's great if you can do it every day, because the more you do this, the more keywords that are going to show up in your posts, the more likely you are to rank on local SEO. So it's really a good SEO practice for sure.
One question just came from Jeanette is, can you use this for real estate or could you use it for health also? You guys, this works for absolutely everything. Any industry. You are going to be blown away. If I'm like, tell me the best way to breastfeed my baby. Tell me the best, the 5 top tips for, restful sleep at night. What's the one thing I need to do in the morning to have a great day? You would not literally ask it anything, personal growth stuff, marriage advice, health advice. It is unbelievable because it's pulling from all the places on the internet and giving you what it feels is the most pertinent information to put in front of you. It is super, super cool.
It's actually not pulling, just to clarify one thing, because this is really important you guys understand this. It's not pulling from the internet currently, unless you are linking it through another extension, which is another conversation, but it's pulling through. The last time it scanned all the text, it's pulling from the language. So it's not a real-time researcher in this format. So I don't want you to think you're just going to go in here and you're going to type something in. It's going to tell you who won the Oscars last night, because it can if you're connected to the internet and you use it as a search tool or you go to Bing. But right now, the way we're demonstrating it, it's just pulling from that language model. Just a little bit of a difference there.
And that's really important to share, because what I do like though is it will prompt you. If you ask it something that it doesn't know, it will say, I only know from September of 2021. That's the last time I have knowledge. So it will tell you if it doesn't know.
I'm just going to do this really quick because everybody's asking. So right here, guys, when your business profile is set up, you're going to be able to access your profile. It's going to show up on this page here. You're going to go in here and click in here, and it will give you a little format that you can add your post. It'll be a little upload your image. See right here, edit profile, read reviews, add photo. So it'll work very much like a social post. You can go in there and add a post, and then yes, it will show up on that right-hand side after you create your post. And then when people pull up your information, there will be a post in there, or they are looking for something real estate, they could see that post in there. So you have to kind of learn how to use Google My Business just a little bit.
Love it. All right, go ahead and stop sharing. We'll go to our next topic. All right, our next topic is blogs and content ideas. All right, so this one is a biggie. I think, on my real estate team, I have had a system where if we have 5 agents on the team, every week is a blog rotation. And we had 101 ideas that we gave to them that I purchased from someone on Etsy that had 101 real estate ideas for blogs, right? I purchased it from them. And we assigned it round robin. So each week it rotated, and an agent on my team would have to write a blog post. And I wanted it to be personal to them. I didn't want it always to be about real estate, because we know that, if you are always talking about real estate, people are going to feel like you want to get something from them. People are going to feel like all you want is their business. And people want to feel like you care about them. One of my business coaches said to me, if someone's going to work with you, they're going to ask themselves 3 things. Number 1, can I trust you? Can I trust you? Number 2, do you care about me? Do you care about me? And number 3, can you help me? Can you actually help me? Do you have what I need? Right? And I always took that on into heart. So whenever I'm thinking about my business, I always think about that. This morning, I made a really vulnerable post about not like caring so much about the numbers on a scale, but caring about how I feel, because I'm on this postpartum journey and 3 babies and 70 pounds and the whole thing, right? I'm on my journey in this. I'm not going to type into ChatGPT, write a blog post for me about losing weight as a postpartum mom. That's not what I'm going to use it for. I could, I'm not going to. However, ChatGPT is incredible for helping you with blogs. For my real estate team, writing blogs and putting content out and becoming the local expert and knowing all the things. Like Lori made a post on her page about like the 5 like local attractions in the, Vegas or whatever it was. And I was like, there you go. So if you want to do a blog and you feel like you haven't been inspired to know the content or what to say, she's going to go ahead and share with us right now some really cool ideas and content tips for using ChatGPT.
So I think when we're talking about using ChatGPT for blogs, there are a lot of different strategies that you're going to hear from all kinds of people. I'm an SEO expert. That's what I do. My entire world has been about ranking on Google. Okay. I originally, based on Google's comments, written comments in their search raters guidelines, it specifically said all AI content is spam. This was how it originally was worded before they got into the AI game and before they realized this was going to become mainstream. Since then, it has been reworded to say, we don't care how you create your content. You can use AI. We don't care. What we do care about is that it's helpful. We do care that it's human edited. They're going to be looking for things like mistakes, like publishing data that's not factual, right? So when I'm doing this, I'm not going to tell you, you cannot put AI content on your blog. That said, I do think that people who just go out and publish 100% AI content I just can't imagine Google's going to think that that website's helpful. Absolutely. So my suggestion is that we use AI as a writing assistant, not to completely write the whole blogs for us. However, I have figured out a whole bunch of really cool prompts that really do most of the legwork. And then I go in and I add internal links and I add quotes and statistics and things like that. So there's that, just depends on what it is your goal is and what you're doing. So can you use it straight from here? You can. Is that the best use of ChatGPT? In my opinion, probably not. I think it needs to be a two-way thing. You need to work together, basically.
And remember that when you're doing your blogs, the magic in this is when you're tagging the businesses and you're building that relationship and that trust, because when you tag them and you include them in your blog and there's hyperlinks, it also makes them want to share what you're doing. So you're not only in front of your audience, you're in front of theirs as well. And you're going to be including pictures, because I will tell you, if I have a choice of reading something that's just words or reading something and it has a picture, 100% of the time, I'm going to pick a picture, which is why with social media, I always encourage you guys to have a picture, ask a question. People want to see. They are 68% more likely to respond to a post if you have a picture of your face versus anything else, because they care about you. They want to see you. All right, let's talk blogs.
Okay, so blogs. So Lorena's question, can I ask ChatGPT to review my post before I use it? There are so many great uses of feeding ChatGPT content like a blog post and getting responses back. So you might have a blog you've already written. You can actually paste the whole thing into ChatGPT and say, tell me how to make this better. How can I update this? How can I improve this? So you can take your old content, put it in here. You can put in a blog you wrote and say, check the grammar for me. What else? What did I miss? How can I improve upon this? You can make a list of how content is helpful. And then you can say, now tell me if my content's helpful, and it'll tell you how to make it more helpful. I'm going to stress that word helpful, because that's the key to all this. So writing a new blog post, you can use templates, you can use prompt templates, or you can start learning how to prompt yourself. So right here, this is the mistake most real estate agents are going to make. Most real estate agents are going to come in here and say, write a blog on how to sell a house. What ChatGPT is going to do is it's going to write a blog that you're going to think looks super impressive. Okay. It's going to give you the title. It's going to give you the intro. It's going to give you the paragraphs. It's going to give you a closing paragraph. And you're going to be like, my life is solved. All my biggest problems are solved. This is going to be generic. It's going to be thin content. We call that. It's not going to rank. It's not going to impress anybody. It's so generic. We're going to need to get so much more comprehensive when we create content than doing something like this. And part of that is in the way you prompt it. And part of it is how deep you dive in. So for example, this is how I want you to get used to learning how to use ChatGPT. When it gives you generic, thin content, you can poke it to get more info. So for example, here you could say, elaborate on number 1. So this is how I do my blogs. I take section by section by section by section, regardless of how I start. Now, look how much content we just have. Now we have just on paragraph 1. Yeah. Look how it expanded just, and I'll go further. Now, look, it says CMA. So I might say, oh, tell me more about a CMA as a homeowner. Pretend I've never heard the term CMA. And now it's going to dive in a little bit more into what a CMA is. And then I can go back and say, put that all together in the first portion. Now we have this meaty, much more lengthy description. So you have to ask yourself, how do we make this more helpful? How do we make it more helpful? Now, one of the ways I like to start a blog personally is I would start instead with, give me a comprehensive outline for how to sell a house. Make it local to Las Vegas and act like you are an expert real estate agent. Now it's going to create the outline. Okay. So the first step, we're going to be talking about choosing a real estate agent. And the second step, we're going to be talking about determining your home value. The third step, prepare your home for sale. And the fourth step is listing your home. So it's just kind of giving us just those blocks so that you can build them each individually. And there's lots of great ways to do this. But my whole point in this is, can it write your blog? Yes. And we're going to do it section by section by section by section, because it's going to be much better. Now, one of the other things that I love to do in here, if we're creating, I don't remember what the next one is, and I don't want to give away the next one. Do we only have one more left or 2?
I think we have 2. Let me see.
Okay, well, let's go look at them, because I don't want to give it away.
Yeah,
I have more on this, but I'm not sure what our 4th and 5th. I should have written them down. Okay,
that's
so let me give
you.
And
then, Lori, is ChatGPT available in other languages, or is it only English right now?
All the languages. I don't know the exact number, but I'm pretty sure it's covered most of them.
Okay. So you guys know that if you follow Lori and I at all, you know that we love, love, love video. I'm personally working on something right now that we're going to be releasing in a couple of weeks that is going to change the game for realtors. And we are going to be using ChatGPT to help us in the process. What we thought would be really cool is to show you how you can use ChatGPT to help you be the local expert, not only for blogs, but for video, helping you come up with ideas, creative ideas, and really dig in, because the reason somebody is going to want to work with you. So my business is widely referrals, and so is Lori. Like, we get referrals because I'm in Northern California. Whenever I start a video, I'm like, hey, this is Rachel. I'm your local realtor in Northern California, Northern California, Northern California. I say it 75 times, right? Whenever you think about Vegas, you think about Lori Ballin, because she always talks about Vegas. You want to make sure that when you are doing your video, you're constantly sharing with people that you're the local market expert, and you share where you are. That should be every sentence you start with, because you want to have them think about you all the time. So exciting to the fact that, like, they're in their office and someone says, hey, do you know anybody that works in Northern California? And they run down the hall and they're like, oh my gosh, you have to work with Rachel, because it's that much in their brain. We want you to be in everyone's brain, that they're going to send referrals to you. And we want you to feel comfortable. It's okay if you're not comfortable with video yet. That's a whole nother topic for a whole nother day. And we want to give you some ideas. So I'm going to stop sharing screen so you can start sharing. And Lori and I are going to walk you through some ideas for video.
Okay. So just really quick because this wasn't the last one on the blog, Rachel was talking about earlier, one of the best first blog posts that I think you can do on your website is type something in like this: 50 things you don't know about Las Vegas. And it'll give you a list of things that they would not know about your area. Now you can fact check those, make sure they're current or whatnot. Then you could take each one of these items on the list. Those could be a video. Those could be a blog. Those could be social posts. I mean, it's just absolutely endless. And if you wanted to, one of the things that I did is I went further and I said, oh gosh, well, we could do 50 things you don't know about Las Vegas outdoors. And then it changed the entire list to hiking and waters and mountains. Then I did Las Vegas casinos, things to do with Las Vegas kids, things you don't know about Las Vegas holidays, sushis, travel, and then neighborhoods, things you don't know about Las Vegas neighborhoods. And if you're not writing about your neighborhoods as a real estate agent, there's something missing there. So there it goes. It's giving me all the information, the Southwest, the lakes. These are all Las Vegas neighborhoods. And you could say, keep going, keep going, keep going. This will give you blog content forever. Okay. So I wanted to make sure.
This is the thing. It's like, if you feel like your excuse for not doing blogs is you don't have the time and you don't know what to say, you now have incredible tools at your fingertips. It still will take your time. You still are going to want to fact check. You're still going to want to put your spin on it. And yet this is really cool. Look what she just prompted. Write a blog about number one. So you just asked it like 50 things people don't know about the outdoors or whatever she just said, right? And then you're like, write me a blog post. It's that easy, you guys. It's that easy. Now, if you just copy paste this in and someone else copy paste it and someone else copy paste it, that's how it can kind of like dumb down, if you will, your content, is if you're just copying and pasting and doing the same thing everyone else does. This is why you want to put your thumbprint on it and make it personal. And yet this could be such a cool assistant. Like she said, think of it, ChatGPT as your assistant in writing.
One of the things that's absolutely amazing, and we don't have time to get into it today, but you can actually change the entire tone of voice. You can feed it a piece of your content and then tell it to write like you. So we're actually at the point now where we can start training ChatGPT to use our voice. Or you could put in a celebrity, you could put in Oprah Winfrey, you could put in Dave Ramsey, you could put in somebody that Joe Rogan. It'll write sarcastically, it'll write with humor. So there is much more we can do to make this more personalized. We just don't have the time to get into all that today. Of course, this is what I teach full time, by the way. But today we got to keep going. So let's go ahead and look at the video ideas. So now I'm going to go to new chat and I'm just going to stick with the basic prompt. Okay. And I'm going to say this: I'm a real estate agent in Las Vegas, Nevada. I need a 10-week video series. Give me topic ideas. Now watch how the prompt instruction changes. So I'm going to say, give me topic ideas first. And now it's going to give me 10 topic ideas. So if you're starting a brand new, whoop, sorry, muted me, a brand new YouTube channel, or this could also be Reels, this could be Facebook videos, this could be LinkedIn. So the first one, make an introduction to real estate. Second one, buying a home in Las Vegas. And it tells you like tips and strategies, first-time home buyers. But if you go back here and edit that prompt, I'm just going to go back up to that little pencil right there. And I'm going to say, instead of saying, give me topic ideas, I'm going to say, give me titles. Mm-hmm. Now it's going to get more specific. Number one, exploring the Las Vegas real estate market trends and analysis. And by the way, if I were building a YouTube channel, that'd be the first video I'd make. Number two, maximizing your home value. Number three, first-time home buyers. Number four, invest in Las Vegas. But wait, it gets better. So let's pick one. Let's just pick number one. Give me a video script for number one. Look at this opening shot of the Las Vegas skyline. And then a narrator, cut to a graph or chart showing the Las Vegas housing market. Then voiceover. Then one of the main reasons, you don't ever have to guess about anything. It will literally give you the 10 videos, the scripts for them. the shots that you would use, the
and
title.
what was the prompt you gave for this one, Lori?
This prompt, I just said, the first one was, I'm a real estate agent in Las Vegas, Nevada. I need a 10-week video series. Give me titles. You could just say, give me 10 video titles for a Las Vegas real estate agent. It doesn't have to be worded in that format.
Yep.
And then I said, give me a script for number one. So you would pick each one.
Cool. Give me a script.
Okay. You also can get ChatGPT to vote up which one you should create first. So I could go back and say, this is crazy when I see it do things like this. Okay. Out of those 10, which has the most potential to go viral? Now, what it does is it actually creates a list of what type of video, what kind of elements viral videos have. There it is. Based on these factors, the video title, Future of Real Estate in Las Vegas, Predictions and Insights from Experts, could potentially have the most potential to go viral. The reason being, so even though I said I'd start with the market report, if we asked ChatGPT, we probably ought to go with what they're suggesting first. So they're looking at all those common elements of what makes a video go viral. And that's what they're telling us to go with that one.
You know, I was just thinking about this too. Like when I do video, I always like one of my favorite things to do is to add what's called B-roll, which is when she was talking about show the Vegas skyline. That's called B-roll. When you're talking on camera and all of a sudden you hear someone's still talking, but it cuts to like a visual. That's called B-roll. There is a website that I just want to share with you guys called Storyblocks. It's my favorite one for B-roll footage. It's really inexpensive, but you're going to be seeing a shift in my videos coming up here. When I'm doing B-roll footage, I grab it from there. So you can literally record it, and you don't need a fancy, camera. I record on my iPhone. Look how sad this is. I don't know if you can see it. I broke that. I dropped my phone. Do you see that? At a listing appointment and broke my camera. So I'm going to Apple literally as soon as we're done here. And you can record it on your iPhone. If you have a different phone, just get an iPhone. If you record on your iPhone, then you can chop it up, put B-roll footage on it. You have your content, you have a script to follow from ChatGPT. Possibilities are endless, friends.
Good question came up there. It said, if a bunch of us agents in the same region are producing this, will ChatGPT duplicate info? It does not duplicate info. It still would be the same content if everybody's just asking one thing and getting the same thing out. It won't be worded the same. It will pass as original content. You're not going to get dinged by a duplicate penalty or anything like that, if that's what you're thinking. That said, it's not unique or special unless you're really diving in there and making it so. If 10 of you all ask it the same question, you're all going to get 10 generic blogs. So you won't get dinged for it, but it certainly isn't going to be special or helpful necessarily if you all have the same thing.
And I would say the magic happens when you ask follow-up questions. That, if you notice, that's when the magic happens. It's great to start. And when you ask follow-ups and you say, tell me more about this number, or write me a script on this number, or which would you rate the highest? That's when the magic really happens.
And Rachel's tool was Storyblocks. I've used that as well.
Yeah.
Storyblocks. There's a whole bunch of new video AI software that just rolled out, and they all have the B-roll rolled in as part of it now.
I haven't even learned about that yet.
Oh yeah, some good stuff. It's just amazing. Okay, cool. So are we moving? Are we done with video? Move on to number 5.
Let's move on.
Let me unshare the screen. Okay.
Lori, I will say, for us not practicing this, we're kind of doing well.
Rachel wanted to do a run through and I did not. That's the
truth. She goes, I don't do run throughs. And I was like, okay.
I don't do run throughs. I don't practice. I just go.
It just rolls. Okay. And our last one. Oh, wait, hold on. Sorry. I can't see because my thing's in the way. Reels and calls to action. So you guys, if you follow me at all on social, you know, I do a lot of reels. It's a big part of my business. It is video ranks higher in the algorithm than anything else. They favor it above everything else. It is it. What I love about the idea with ChatGPT is being able, so when you create a reel, when you do a video, if you ever go on my social media posts, you will notice the topic of what I'm going to talk about is always in bold at the top. The goal with social is to stop the scroll. The goal is to stop the scroll, right? And when I think about my topics, I think about a hook. I think about having a topic at the top that will hook someone to say, yes, this is something I want to read about. Does everyone care about my postpartum journey? Nope. But those who do care will stop. Do other people care about, the ChatGPT class? Yes. And some people don't. That's okay. But you'll notice what we called the class, the 5 ways to dominate your market with ChatGPT. That's called a hook. We hook you. We get you to want to do it. ChatGPT is going to be so powerful for creating hooks, and CTA, which stands for calls to action. A call to action is register below, sign up below. So the 5 things you need to know about your local market, that kind of thing. And then you have a call to action at the end, reach out today for, to find out how much your home is worth. So what we're going to do is we're just going to give you some super simple suggestions on how ChatGPT can help you create ideas for reels and calls to action in your local market.
Okay. So along the same lines, if we just go down here, we could say, I'm a real estate agent creating reels. I'm clueless. Help me. I want to show you how conversational we can make this kind of a dialogue. So he says, sure, I can definitely, I'm calling him he now. I'm sure I can definitely help you.
He is officially our boyfriend.
Officially our boyfriend, yes. So it says, plan your content, keep it short, use music. We're like, that's not exactly what we wanted. Can you give me actual ideas for topics? Okay, showcase a specific property, share home staging tips. Okay, great. Let's go with number 2. Okay. I want to create a reel for number 2. Great. Here's some ideas. So now it's telling you how to make this reel. Start with a clean slate, highlight the focal point, show how you arrange furniture, use neutral colors. So those are the tips that you're actually putting in the reel, right? Yep. So they went to like a home staging, a quick little home staging thing. Okay. What call to action could I include? Okay, so now it's saying direct viewers to your website or contact information. Okay, now let's say, give me actual call to action. So you see how you have to prompt it to get what you want out of it. Okay, so it's giving us some, they're kind of boring. Make those more creative. Ready to make your home shine? Let's get started. Contact me for a free consultation today. See how we gave it one adjective and the entire output changed.
I always ask it to make it fun and energetic because I feel like that's how I communicate. So if I ask it to do like a very simple, boring thing, it gives me simple and boring. I'm like, write me fun and energetic because that's how I communicate. And look at it, just, you guys, isn't this insane? Like, is anyone else watching this? Is your mind just blown at what the capabilities are? And we're just scratching the surface. Like, this is just, it blows my mind. I think it's so exciting.
Yes, this is just scratching the surface. I'm doing so much already for real estate, for my other, and it's all the magic is in these prompts. Now, all those prompts I just showed you, those were just me just typing. The only one that we used AI PRM for was the Google My Business profile,
which is the extension.
I would encourage everybody to start with your own prompts as much as possible, but then you're not at the mercy of having to buy them from everybody else, which is about what's about to happen. You're going to be able to buy software that has all these built-in prompts, but you could go in here and say, create an email follow-up campaign for home buyers. Create a follow-up email to a new registration on my real estate website that is looking at properties, for example. And now it's going to give you the entire email that you could go in and put in an email campaign. You could say, make this a 1-year buyer's campaign, and it'll do that. I mean, it's just absolutely endless.
Lori, Ryan, so you guys can see how this works. So Ryan's across the way from me. There's my ring light, and Ryan's sitting there, and he's literally, as you're talking, he goes, wow.
Yes. This is the wow engine. Oh, hey, Monty. Oh, Monty, you're going to absolutely love all the AI design stuff, but that's a whole nother conversation.
Oh man, it's
if you want to get into AI images, you guys go check out Midjourney. That's where it's at for AI graphics and AI images. Midjourney is just incredible, but that's another conversation. So yes, the reason why my ChatGPT is faster is because I have the $20 version for the person that just commented on that. Yeah. So I do pay for it to be faster.
Same. Okay. I think we're gearing to the end. I can share again.
Okay. You're good.
Okay, let me share. All right. So main thing we wanted to tell you, we're going to be ending this in just a minute here. We have some really cool opportunity for you guys at the end. And we wanted to just share with you that it really is quality over quantity. So you could pump out 50 blog posts that ChatGPT does for you. And yet we just want to drive home. If you don't put your personal spin on it, if you don't ask the follow-up questions, if you don't do additional work, then it's not going to help you stand out from your competition. People always say to me, Rachel, who can I hire to run my social media? Who can I hire to create my blog posts for me? I always say, don't farm that out, because if you do farm it out, then you get the 5 ways to sell your house at springtime, and it's generic and it's boring, and they're going to delete you, they're going to block you, and they're going to work with another realtor. You don't want to do that. You want to give them a reason that you stand out from your competition. This can just be an incredible tool to help you do so. All right. So you guys, clearly Lori is an unbelievable expert at what she does. And this was a teeny little appetizer to what she is going to be doing March 23rd. Lori, why don't you share with them what you have coming up?
So I have a 2-hour in-depth class on using ChatGPT for real estate, where we will dive deeper into a lot of these strategies, slow it down. I am going to have handouts for you, so you'll be able to look at screenshots and look at the actual prompts. I'm going to show you everything from creating real estate market newsletters to diving deeper into blog posts that you can actually put on your website and how those will work. So we'll just be social media, bulk posting, not bulk posting on your, well, anyway, a bunch of social media stuff too. So we'll be getting into all that.
We will give you guys the link to this. So anyone who is registered or watching this now, we will have the link to it. So if you're watching this live, just know you're going to get, once this uploads on my computer and I'm back from the iPhone store, I will get this out to everybody who registered today. It will also be up on YouTube, and in the description of the video, we will have all the links for you guys to sign up for everything with Lori. Anything else you want to say on it?
You can find the class at ballinacademy.com, ChatGPT for real estate.
Perfect. And then if my thing I want to share with you guys, so I have been feeling for a long time like I wanted to create a safe place for realtors to grow and to thrive and to connect together. And I know that, you know, when I wanted to get into coaching, it was like $1,000 a month. And I just felt like I didn't have that at the time. Once I did, I started coaching. And yet I wanted to create a safe space where we can grow, we can thrive together. So I created something called Rachel's Coaching Crew. It is $29 a month, basically like a couple Starbucks. And in there, it is a mastermind group. So twice a month, I do a 45-minute coaching call with you. We're talking about everything from perfecting your listing presentation to buyer consultations to, we just had a class on dominating reels. This next one I'm doing actually tomorrow is my social media business model, where we got 131 referrals last year. We're talking about building a team. We're talking about how to recruit to your brokerage or your office. So many different things in here. Nothing is off limits. And we have industry leading guest speakers coming in. Lori, we're going to have you come in. It's a fun group. But it's all for $29 a month. So if you go to Rachel's Coaching Crew, you can sign up for that. There's no commitment. I want to add massive value to you and help you build your business with referrals. And Lori's going to help you take over the market with ChatGPT. Thanks for being here, everybody. Thank you, Lori, for your time.
Thank you. Appreciate you.
All right. You too. See you later, everyone.